Hi YouTube! Today I'm going to be dyeing my hair kind of pastel-y colours, and I thought I'd share that with you. I have got some Directions bleach, which comes in 30 volume and 40 volume. I think I went with 30 volume, and I ended up bleaching it 3 times for a less amount of time, which I've heard is better than bleaching it once for a really long amount of time. I don't know if that's true, but hopefully. It's quite dry now because of bleaching it, and I've taken it at the tips down to white pretty much. I'm naturally ginger, and I decided to keep my ginger roots because I wanted it to, it's going to grow out, and you know, you get that line in between your hair growth and your dyed colour. So I want it to be able to grow out but still look not natural because it's a dyed a bright colour, but I wanted the grow out phase to be easier. So I've kept the ginger roots, which is also a good thing because it's good for your scalp, it's better for your scalp not to bleach it. Yeah, you can tell that it goes from ginger down to kind of white. So what I'm hoping to do is get an amazing mermaid, unicorn, pastel effect with lots of different colours. Pinks, purples, blues, and maybe slightly turquoise colours as well. I can't wait. I bought some Directions dye and some white conditioner, so what I'm going to do is get the conditioner, put a few drops of the dye, mix it until I get the colour that I want, and then apply that to my hair. So today I'm going to be dyeing my hair pastel colours, and can't wait, let's go! The first thing I've done is I've got my hair wet. This helps the hair absorb the dye better. So I've got my hair wet, I've got some stuff here so I'll be ready to go. I'll just tell you what these things are so you can get ready for yourself. I have a hairbrush. You need to kind of, I haven't brushed my hair yet. You need to brush it so that it's easier to part and choose sections and to let the dye get into it properly. I've got some hair clips, lots of different ones, some hair bands, so I can kind of tie it up and do sections, different colours. I've got a brush for applying the dye. You can get this from Superdrug, I think they'll be like £1 or Boots or whatever. I have some dyes here, these are all from Directions. This is Flamingo pink. This is Lilac, this is Turquoise, that's an amazing one, used it before, I've used a lot of these before. Violet, Lavender and Plum. So if I was to put them in order of colour, I would say Flamingo pink, and I'll put Turquoise on this end, and then Plum is quite dark, pinkish, not really. Lavender is definitely the pinkest after Flamingo pink. After that, maybe Violet, and Lilac is quite bluey. So I think it would go Turquoise, Plum, Lilac, Violet, Lavender, Pink, Flamingo pink. But obviously I'm going to be toning these colours down with some white conditioner. The conditioner needs to be white because if it's yellow or orange, then that pigmentation would affect the dye, possibly. So I've got some of this white conditioner, it was pretty cheap, and that's what I'm going to be using. I've got some spare towels, old ones because they will get dyed, a bunch of small bowls, some spoons to mix it with, and some cling film, which I'm going to put on my head when the dye is on it, and that will kind of keep it warm, and while the dye processes, it's good for it to be warm, so keep it warm, and the dye processes well and it kind of stays in. I guess when you bleach your hair, the follicles open so dye can go in and kind of fill the spaces that you've taken the pigment out of. I'm not sure about all this, but I think this is right. but it also means that the dye can wash out quite easily. But when your hair is warm, the follicles are open, so it allows the dye to get in there, and when it's cold the follicles close. So when you put the dye in, you want it to be warm, and when you wash it out you should use cold water, because it means that you'll lose less of the dye, and it means that the colour will be more permanent. But I'm not sure it'll ever be really permanent. The colour will always fade, because when you bleach your hair you open up the follicle, so the dye can go in but the dye can also leave. So it will always fade unless you have light coloured hair and you don't need to bleach it, in which case I think you'd get a better result. So to start with, I'm just going to brush my hair. Okay, so because I'm going to fade through some colours, I'm going to start at the ends, do the tips first and work upwards. So the last colour that I want to be using is turquoise, so that's what I'm going to start with. The reason that I'm going up is because I guess these colours are blue. They're going to be blue are going up to pink, which is a more ready tone. So when the blue is there, it won't be easy to dye over it, because I'll be going for purple, and when they mix, which you know they will at like that point, say, the blue can't become pink. But if I was to start with pink, then when I try and go bluer, like, it's hard to explain. There'll be pink there, so I'll need to be a lot more careful. So working up works for me. Don't know if I explained that very well, but there we go. So got my conditioner. I don't need too much because I'm only doing the tips. Also, I'm not going to do all of the tips, I'm just going to do the underneath, really. So I'm going to section off the top part of my hair. I'm probably not going to do the front either, so I'm just going to clip that up as well. Okay, so now I'm going to get the turquoise, which is a bluey green colour, obviously. This dye is really good. I've used it before. I think it is slightly more blue than green. Get a teaspoon, get a really small amount. And I'm going to mix that up, you can see. I think that's a really nice colour. It's quite bluey, which is good. That's what I was going for, rather than the green so much. Pink tones wash out of hair a lot quicker than blue or green. Well, blue does wash out quickly, but green kind of tends to leave a residue in your hair, which you'll never get rid of. It's really annoying. Even if you bleach over it, it's quite hard to get rid of. So I'm glad that we got a blue rather than the green. The one thing I forgot was gloves, but it's okay, I've got some. Got my gloves. Wow, they're huge. They're for monster hands. Okay, so I've got my dye. I think I'll try and clip my towel a bit to keep that closed. And now I'm just going to use this brush and apply the dye to the bottom of my hair. Okay, so the next colour I'm going to go for is Plum, which is a really dark purple, so I have to be careful. Oh, that went everywhere. Okay, so bit of conditioner. I think I made too much of that turquoisey stuff, so I'm going to use a tiny bit of conditioner, and I'm going to get the Plum dye. It's a really deep colour. It looks quite pink. I'm thinking that this is going to be more near the purple end because it's so pink. You can see. Yeah, it looks so pink. There's no blue to it. That I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do that later. further up. I think this lilac is definitely the bluest purple that I've got, so I'm going to do that. It's come out that colour, which is a slightly pinky but mainly blue purple. I think it's a really nice colour. If I was doing this in the bathroom, I would probably wash this in between, but I'm not. I'm doing it in my bedroom. I think I'm going to paint quite a lot of this, what was it called? Lilac. So I'm going to make big brushes, with big brush strokes. I really hope this comes out properly. When I bleached my hair, it's still a little bit yellow, and I'm thinking that the purple isn't going to work that well, so I'm going to add a tiny bit more. I'm going to make a little bit more, but use a bit less conditioner this time and try and use a little bit more dye, because I don't think that's going to come out that well. Okay, so that's the colour that I got this time. It's a bit darker than last time. Let's try again. Because I do want a variety of tones in my hair, I've just got a little bit of this dye straight without any conditioner in it, and taken a few sections and just rubbed it in, and I'm hoping that that means I'll have a few sort of darker streaks. Okay, I'm done with lilac now. I'm going to open up violet and see what it looks like. Violet is really pink. More pink than plum, I think. Okay, so plum is the last colour that I'm going to use on the underneath layer of my hair. I'm going to use the same bowl that I used before. I'm going to need a bit more this time because I'm doing my roots. I also think it's okay to go with slightly darker, slightly less pastel colour, because if it's on top of my roots it will wash off quicker. Wow, that's the colour I'm getting. It's very purpley. I am going to tone that down a bit with conditioner, just to keep on the safe side. Okay, and that's the colour I've got. So I just went downstairs because I needed to kind of use a mirror to get the purple in properly. I've put the purple in, so it's gone purple, blue, greeny blue now, which I hope works. I don't really know, it looks quite dark, but I think when I wash it out it might be lighter, maybe. It doesn't matter because I wanted the blue the underneath to be kind of darker and bluer, so that's good. I've got some more bowls because I'm going to be using a lot of different pinks for the top part, hopefully. I think some purples. I've washed my brush. I've got some purple on my hands, but that's okay. And yeah, I'm going to start making some mixes, I think. Flamingo pink's going to be last, so that leaves lavender and plum. And I might use some more violet as well. I'm going to get a bit blue right at the tips, so I'm going to use some of this previous bluey mix that I made earlier, which I made out of the turquoise and the, was it lilac? I think it was lilac. Might have been plum. I don't know anymore. Maybe I'll just mix these two up actually. See what we get. Okay, that's quite a bluey purple there. I think I'm going to use that on some of my hair. I might do more than kind of two separate bits. The gloves are going back on. some purple streaks of different heights because I don't want it to be obviously a block of one colour. Now I think I'm going to get on with some pinks, some pinky purples. So I think I'm done with violet. This leaves me with plum, lavender and pink. I think this one is plum still, so I'm going to add some pink to it and some more conditioner. That's the colour I've got. I think it's too dark, so I'm gonna add some more conditioner. That's the colour I've ended up with. I think because there's quite a lot of conditioner in it, it will come out lighter than it looks. Maybe. I'm gonna give it a go. Where's the brush? There it is. So this pink is going to be my kind of mid section of hair and the mid-length colour. Actually, I might take it to the roots. Not sure. Okay, so I've done the pink in the middle section, and I've now just got the top section to do. So, section of hair to one side because I've finished dyeing it and I don't want it to get in the way. Colour is so light that I don't feel the need to mix any, maybe a little bit of conditioner I'm going to mix with it. Which one is it? Lavender. It's really, it's the pinkest purple the directions have got, I think, and it's quite pale. And I've used it on its own, and no, I mixed it with conditioner, but it washed out really quickly. But I'm going to put a little bit of conditioner with it. That's about half lavender and white conditioner. It's kind of a dusky rose colour. You can see there. Right, so now I've got the top section of my hair. I'm going to mainly do it half that colour and half some pinky mix. But I'm going to take some strands out of it just to begin with. Just take some strands of this and tie them up because I'm going to do them a different colour because I obviously want a big mix of colours in my hair. So yeah, I'm going to need to use a mirror for that. Okay, so I've done the purple colour from about here, and now I'm going to do the pink. And I'm probably going to use the Flamingo pink and lots of conditioner and maybe some of the Plum, because I think it is quite pinky colour. Wow, that's so bright. The Flamingo pink is just crazy bright. I mean, that's with conditioner. And it's so bright. I think I'm going to need a bit more conditioner. Still too bright. Ooh. Okay, that's the colour I've got now, and that's what I'm going to go with. I don't know what the point of these gloves is. I don't know why I'm using them anymore. Okay, I'm done. I've done the pink on the top of my hair, and my hair is full of dye and conditioner, so I'm ready. It's taken a long time. I'm gonna wrap it up with cling film and then wait for, I don't know, an hour maybe, and then wash it out with cold water. So yeah, I'm excited. Looking sexy. Hey, so I've just washed my hair up and blow dried it, which has made it gone very puffy. I've put some oil in it, which is that stuff, L'Oreal LV Extraordinary Oil, but you could use anything. I just got it because it had argan oil. Well, anyway, some kind of oil. Yeah, I mean, I know my hair's very fluffy right now, but I haven't really styled it or anything. But there's so many different colours. It's amazing. It's come out a bit darker, but it will wash out, so I like it. There's pink, purple, blue, tiny bit green. It's kind of bluer underneath. There's so many colours. Whoa, pretty cool. It was a lengthy experiment, but I think it came out pretty well. I'm really pleased. Yeah, can't stop touching myself. Oh, that sounded wrong. I'm really pleased. It's come out really well. I mean, you couldn't really go to a hairdresser's and get them to do this because it would just take so long. You'd end up doing that. So expensive. So it's nice to be able to do it at home, and it means you get complete control. But it also means if you fuck up, it's your problem. But I'm really happy. This has come out really well. There are just so many colours. Having all the bowls with all the different colours obviously means you get so much variety. I don't know how it looks at the back. Does it look bad? Is it okay? I can't tell. Have I missed anything? Yeah, I'm really happy. I've been waiting for a really long time to do this, and I've finally done it. Yeah, I guess now my hair's like this, to kind of look after it, I'm going to need to keep it conditioned. But actually I think it's better for your hair that it's when it's got dye in it rather than it just being bleached, because there's something in the strands of the hair. There's dye in there, so it's not a hollow, empty, crackable shell. I think that's the idea anyway. So it actually won't be as hard to look after as when it was bleached. I just need to condition it lots, use that oil, not do too much heat treatment on it, get a haircut. Anyway. I'm so happy. Okay, well, that's my hair. Hope you like it. If you do it at home, do it in your bathroom. Use gloves, use towels that you don't care about, wear clothes that you don't care about, because you'll probably get dye on them, and have fun.